Hello and welcome back to the channel. God, it was absolutely scorching here just now. It's come over a bit cloudy now, but that's not a bad thing. But by God, that was hot. I was sweating like a bastard getting the bike out and everything and getting ready. So today is really just a very quick test. I did go out yesterday because I wanted to test that, and that is the DJI Osmo 360. So I paired my microphone yesterday to the Osmo 360. Now I normally have it paired to the 5 Pro, and I've been pretty happy with the audio quality with it paired to the 5 Pro. I was hoping that I was going to be able to use the 360 as my main camera and just have one on the chin as well. Going back through the footage, I was filming at 6K, but I mean there was absolutely stack loads of it. By having that camera on all the time, it really is a data monster. The file sizes are huge, you know, compared to what you normally generate with the 5 Pro and your Action 4. Yes, so yesterday we went out, I paired the microphone to the Osmo 360 as if it was going to be my main camera. Now when I've got back, I've been sifting through the footage, and obviously there's a hell of a lot of it. So I'm sifting through and I'm picking out all these bits of the footage that I want to use, and then I've clipped away the bits I didn't. But of course that's clipping away the audio as well. Well, I may want to use the audio, but just not that view of that camera. You know, if I'm off the bike and I'm saying, right, look down over there, and I'm using this, the 5 Pro, as I will do in a bit when we get where we're going, you know, your audio is recording to the 360, which then you've got to keep the footage, split the footage, audio and video, it's just a pain in the ass. So I've decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with the 5 Pro as my main camera. I've got the Action 4. I'll click to that. Oh, go on, what do you got there? I'll click to the Action 4 now. That's on the front looking forward. I've also got the Action 3, and I'll click to that now. That's looking back. Obviously we've got this 360. I'll click to that now as I come round this roundabout. Miserable bastard. And obviously I've got the 5 Pro. So at the moment we've got 4 cameras on. Now the idea of buying this 360 was that, great, I could just have one camera and film everything. I can't. I let the camera run for an hour and 17 minutes until the battery ran out. That generated 99.4 gigabytes, not megabytes, gigabytes. And that's in an hour. So you imagine if that's your main camera all day and you're letting it run for 6, 7, 8 hours a day, which it will because it's plugged in, you're going to have to change those SD cards 2 or 3 times, and then you've got to sift all your fucking way through it. So nah, what I've decided I'm going to do, I've got the remote is paired to the 360. If I see something, you know, we're coming to a nice area like we will in a minute, I'll click the 360 on, then I can pluck the footage from that I want, and I can feed that into the edit here and there. Now with this 360 footage, you have to edit it in the DJI Studio app. Believe me, that is shite. It stutters, it lags, it's shite. DJI, you need to do some serious work on that. It is absolute bollocks. I'm just going to whack that on as and when, and we'll feed that into the edit. So much for getting away with one camera and one on my chin. Wow, all bar that fucking cruiser that we passed just now, we've all had nods. So we'll 360 back on now. Now that's nice. R6 through. So yeah, we'll put the 360 back on and we can use that and pan around. We can pan to the right, show you the fleet up through there where the oyster farm is. And then we can pan round to the left and we'll show you the harbour, all the sailing boats, all of that. So, a couple of tips if you are thinking of getting these DJI 360s. At the moment, the software editing suite is shite. Very stuttery, very laggy. Yeah, with the 360, there you go, that will pan round, you can see all the sailing dinghies, the yachts out there. They still call them dinghies? Dingies? Of course Team GB train here, and a lot of the other Olympic teams come here to train purely because it's so good here. A job. Now look at that up there. Isn't that lovely? Nice and green. The greens and browns are, it's all dry. I'm going to turn that on because hopefully we'll be able to bang it, show a bit of a swivel round when we go past the crane and everything. Yeah, there's the crane. What I'll do is we'll just swing round gently, and as we come round here we'll swing it round even more. Now yesterday when I came round here there was all sort of diesel on the bend. A bit dodgy. It looked like diesel. So what I'm going to do while I'm over here, when I go to the jailhouse cafe at the prison, there is also another one at it's called a Young Offenders Institute. I don't know why they still call it a Young Offenders, because a lot of them in there are actually older than 18. It used to be the Borstal, but I mean I think it's got such a state now in this country that they're having to put older blokes in there with the young'uns. And there is some absolute scroats in there. Okay, spoiler alert, if you're of a sensitive nature, block your ears now, because I am going to swear, and I am going to use that horrible word. So there's your warning. The C word is about to appear, but it's in context when it does. So we came to this prison. I was working with a female paramedic. We went all through the gates at the main gate and into the compound. They lock up everything behind you, and then you take the ambulance across to the actual block that you'll go into. And we pull up under the cell windows, if you like. Now you normally get shit parcels thrown down at you. They'll shit in a fucking bit of toilet roll, lob it out the fucking window at you at the ambulance. It's not unheard of for the ambulance roof to get covered in it. So anyway, my crewmate jumps out. She gets out first, and you can hear all these young lads up in the windows yelling, wolf whistling, and one of them shouts out, "Show us your cunt." So of course I leapt out and shouts, "Here I am." Well, what I want to show you is down over the edge as well, which we'll have to do on the 5. And of course yesterday when I was doing it I was chatting away, but it's all getting recorded on the 360. And right, let me put that back on. There's the shithole in front of us. But yeah, we're gonna come round the bend here. And this is the main entrance here to the Young Offenders Institute. Oh dear, oh dear. And then on the right hand side here, if I swing the camera around, it's the JLO's Cafe, and that's all done out like a 50s diner, a 50s American diner. What we're going to do, we'll have a quick pop down here. Now, a lot of these are prison staff parking. I wonder if this will pick that up. Oh, look at that. Beautiful view. No, that's not the White Cliffs of Dover. It's the White Cliffs of Dorset. Now, you never used to be able to drive along here, but those two poles there used to have a sign on it saying private road, no public access. Now that's not there anymore, so I assume that we can actually drive up here. Disabled. There you go, look at that. Look at that. Now, we used to bunk off school and go down there when we were kids, all along the weirs and everything. It was all naval land. We'd skive off school and all go down there. And used to be an old firing range down there. We used to go and find all the shells and everything. And we bunkered off one day and we're there, and the next thing you hear this man's voice yelling at you. And there he is with his rifle, telling you to get off, or you might get shot. Well, that's not what you want to hear as a kid, is it? I am so fucking surprised that they have young girls like that working in these places. I mean, the amount of times you see it, isn't it, that these young girls have been tempted by the inmates and end up shagging them. There was a mate of mine, I think it was his niece or something, worked there and got only a young girl, really young, and got caught up in all that bollocks. I mean, that's her career down the pan. Not only the career down the pan, she landed up in there herself. So, what a waste. What a waste. Right, off of the 360. Right, so again, let's put the 360 on. I mean, that's working ideal. I mean, we can pan round, see the boat skimming across the water. We can pan round and we can see the van and the caravan. There's an old Honda C90 up in that field. Beautiful. Spin round again. Obviously, you've got your campers there. So, I mean, it's a shame because I did want to use that as just my one and only camera and an extra one on my chin if I was actually saying, here, look at this. But, I don't know. Why the fuck is that in kilometres an hour? Yeah. Shit. Let's see, that's where the 360 will come in nice. Being able to follow you around the bends. So let's have a look. So stick those bloody drains right on your line. Normally busy out there. Actually, this is fairly quiet for out here. I wonder how I bloody... Oh, I'm going to have a look at that when I get back. So I need to change that back miles an hour. So here we go, folks. Portland Bill. Look at him, look. Bashing on through the waves out there. It's on his engine too, going through there. Look at the colour of that grass, look. That is normally lovely luscious green. He's off fishing over near Pulpit. Over the ledges. Everywhere, look, it's all brown, isn't it? Wow. Right, we'll have a blip round these bends and let the 360 do its thing.
Also fine. You find a YouTuber called Touch29. He talks like a farmer and rides wide and far. You may not understand him, it's all yips and ooh-ahs. Aboard his GS, he gives a wave or a nod. It's not always returned if they're a miserable sod. Avoiding the cow shit is Todd's worst plight. He'll be slipping and sliding if he rides through that shite. He's out searching for castles, for rivers and mills, to give his subscribers great views and some thrills. To Todd29, it would be good if you subbed. He'll always reply, you'll never get snubbed. It's not a big channel, he's never given free gifts. Channels like that, they just get on his tits. He'll stick up the drum way, way up in the sky, 'cause all the best footage comes from a bird's eye. There's multiple cameras to give the best views, just natural colors like greens, reds and blues. Come join in the live streams every Sunday at 8. Talk in the side chat and make some new mates. It's light-hearted fun where we bitch and we moan. Tips and recommendations have also been known. To Touch29, it would be good if you subbed. He'll always reply, you'll never get snubbed. It's not a big channel, he's never given free gifts. Channels like that, they just get on his tits. If you like what you see, then please watch some more. There's things in the pipeline and loads more in store. If you're biking, stay safe, keep upright, stay well. Please like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell.